That's my jam. Niecy Shaw shaking up your middays as per usual. And I've been hinting to you about a hip-hop pioneer, very prominent in the building, honey, and booked and busy and blessed this July 4th week. Kool Moe Dee. Hello, King.
Cool. How you doing?
I'm doing swell now that you're here. Now, you know, you have a lot of unique descriptors. I know you've heard everything from legend, pioneer, master of the battle rap, the architect of the rhyme schemes.
Hysterical.
What would you just say you are? Because you're just straight no chaser. I love it. You just me.
Probably one of the most frustrated artists in hip-hop history.
Still?
Absolutely.
Why say you?
I've never really gotten a chance to get my real voice out there.
Wow.
On a record company about sales and record players, so I never got to make the records I really wanted to make.
Wow. So is that a teaser for something else to come around the bend? I mean, because never say never.
Well, the next song coming up for sure is definitely I'm telling people that I never got over slavery. So
wow. And that's what I love about you. Not only are you a lyrical genius, but you are so an advocate of educating, you know, really on social and political topics. So it's interesting that you're here on the day of this huge presidential debate, which is going to be quite interesting, to say the least. But what would you say as a pioneer in the groups of hip-hop music that it's still missing? Even for yourself, you said you haven't really been free of speech.
Right.
You think anything has changed in the industry today?
I think it's getting it's getting worse because the generation now is accepting of it. They're not really radical. They're not really against the grain. So most of the time, people are trying to make money only, and that's the biggest problem that happened to hip hop. When people ask what happened to hip hop, I said it went corporate. And when corporate gets involved, like I'm watching NFL self-destruct in real time right now.
Dang.
We're watching it. It happened to boxing, happened to baseball. It's going to keep happening. And football is the next one up.
Wow. Interesting you say that, King, because I look at you, you know, coming from up top in Brooklyn, I mean, legend on legend, and just seeing how it was just raw and real not to just pull up at the park and see a battle going down between legends right there. And you're known for your historic battle back in the 80s, Busy Bee, Starsky. I know you've been hearing that. I feel like before there was like the versus or even the what does they do when the BET comes on, the ciphers?
Yes.
It was you guys. And where are y'all in the ciphers? I be looking like it's great to showcase the up and coming, but you out battling the old school, true school. That would be so dope to me. I don't know. What say you?
A little bit. You kind of right in the essence for the spirit, but I think technically we're missing a lot. A lot of people don't realize that injuries happening at an all-time high.
Yeah,
We're losing a lot more as we go forward, and people are calling it progress. And like I said, with social media, why I have no social media, because I know we're being robotized.
Wow.
Robotized, quite frankly.
So do you even have a website, King?
No.
Nothing
At all.
Golly, you are authentic for real, true and blue.
Absolutely.
So I know that you are so busy then in the Atlanta area. Now, you told me behind the scenes that you are now a transplant here in the last decade.
Yes.
And you're going to be doing some big things this 4th. I mean, literally, you are busy. I literally just saw you added to the lineup at the 4th of July extravaganza at Stockbridge.
That'll be interesting because I don't celebrate the 4th, but okay.
Okay, well, stars and stripes forever there. And then you'll continue to do an evening of hip-hop just 2 days later at Maple House with some dope hip-hop legends.
Absolutely. Big Daddy Kane and KRS, two
yes.
my favorites or whatever, and I get a chance to be when I'm at a show, I tell people I hate the fact that we used to take pictures once in a while, and now everybody has a cell phone camera. So now if I gotta get a picture, I'm like, I'm studying. KRS is on. I'm studying. Kane is on. I'm not just partying like you. I'm studying.
Right.
So I'm.
But it's it's just electric even right now to be in your presence. You know what I mean? It's just like look up to you. Like, you know, it's like, oh my goodness, I'll never get to see you again. You look at it that way.
I appreciate that. And that's why I try to be as nice as I can.
As nice as you can.
Yes.
What's your sign?
Leo. August 8th.
Okay, August. I see you.
And you?
I am Libra.
Okay.
October 7th.
Gotcha.
So I like the balance, the fairness, the world, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Well, as a lyrical innovator, do you have any new school artists that you not look up to, but that you admire?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I would say just chiming in on this whole Drake and Kendrick Lamar
I was going to
thing.
say, I mean, guess who?
The main thing is what's happening is J. Cole is the one that opted out because he was also in it.
Yeah.
And he said it wasn't in his spirit, and I said that's the class of the class of the rappers right there. J. Cole's the number one. He's the one for me.
J. Cole?
Yes.
Love it.
And Kendrick Lamar is very, very, very skilled, without question.
Yeah.
But J. Cole's the man.
Now, you've influenced a lot. A lot of people would say that you're like the first rapper that to really come out of that New Jack Swing flavor, as well as your rapid pace of rap.
Yes.
Would you say you've been an influence? Well, who was your influence?
Melly Mel's the first one that I heard that made me say I want to do this for my life.
Right.
I made a life choice at 17 because I heard Melly Mel.
Wow. At 17, you knew, period, this is what I want to do.
Absolutely. I saw what's going on with Kool Herc and Flash and everybody, and I saw the energy that's happening in New York, and I just said, for me, I never wanted to work, and that's the other thing. They said, we're lazy because we don't work. I thought work was a part of the programming, because the main thing that people forget is we're being colonized.
Wow.
And I keep saying, we're not born here or from here. We're just making here our home. It's a difference. So every home game is an away game, quite frankly. I said, so really, to be colonized, I really resented it from the very beginning. So working 9 to 5 to turn me off just from the thought process of being colonized, from the process of being colonized in that situation.
Now, were you always this deep, even at a young age? You had like an old soul.
I thought I was smarter than my mother and father at 8. And I wasn't, but I thought I was.
I know. And you probably got a lot of timeouts, or maybe probably back then when we used to get whoopings, you know. But King, as you continue with your lyric journey, what keeps you, you say you were frustrated and not having a voice, what keeps you going then in the industry this long and many years later?
I create. I'm always writing, and always thinking of things to say and what people are not paying attention to.
Right.
I say, even if you break down slavery, it's like it's two levels. It's a colonizer and the overseer. It's like the slave master and the overseer.
Right.
So it's two different dimensions that's going at the same time. So when people say, well, why did you get married? I said, marriage is the most subtle way of colonizing us. People don't realize that. And I said, when black women win, trust me, when the black women wake up from that, we're going to be home free.
Wow.
Because without the black female, we fail, quite frankly.
Well, we thank you, though, for real, though, for the legacy in your future, because you just definitely are just a socially conscious artist. Always have been and always will be. And again, I feel the same way. A lot of that is missing. I feel there's a lot of hooks and there's not a lot of bars or much info behind it. You know what I mean? To be like consciousness, even with Marvin Gaye, he had songs when he sang, it was with a consciousness, with a message.
Yes, to this day, What's Going On is one of my favorite songs of all time.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Well, beyond music, King, and as a vocal advocate for artists' rights, fair compensation, I mean, you run the gamut. When can we expect the new music, and what's next on deck for Kool Moe Dee outside all these wonderful performances the week of July 4th?
In October, I just got an endowment from the Paid in Full Foundation.
Okay.
That's paying it backwards and giving some of the pioneers that didn't get the money that it was supposed to get, so to speak.
The royalties?
Yes. Well, this is kind of endowment. A billionaire guy.
Nice.
And Rakim called me himself, so I love that. That's personal. So
yes. Come on now.
So myself and Grandma's Cast is going this year.
Nice.
And Roxanne Shante also.
And by the way, hats off to you about being one of the first rappers with a Grammy. I mean, you just changed the game, period, point blank. I mean, from the 80s and beyond still today, y'all. He's still coming out with new music, just so you know. Don't sleep on it. When can we expect it? 24, 25?
October 24 for sure, and definitely by 25 for sure.
Okay. I'm double nickel in October, honey. We can make this a release party and do something big.
And it's October 6th, day before your birthday.
Stop playing.
Yes.
You better call me. Y'all make sure, well, I was going to say, where can we follow you and keep up with you? But he does not do social.
Intentional.
So how do people get at you?
Take my number if you know me.
Okay.
Call me.
Well, y'all make sure y'all don't miss Kool Moe Dee. He'll be in the Atlanta area, several spots. Make sure you follow us on social, but know that he's going to be putting it down in 2 spots at Stockbridge on the 4th for the Extravaganza, and on the 6th at Maple House for the Legends Evening of Hip Hop with some dope legends. I'm talking Big Daddy Kane, KRS-One, and of course you yourself, the one and only.
Yes.
Award-winning hip-hop icon, the trailblazer, the champion of artists' rights, just the man with boss, Kool Moe Dee. Thank you for joining us today, King.
Thank you.
So in one word, I always leave with a note to self, a real positive quote just to keep people moving forward. What would you leave people with? Maybe people that are listening or some of your fans or just in general, life in general.
Tap into the blackness for us. Always.
Tap into the blackness. Leave you with that gem. Kool Moe Dee. Legend, right here on Classics 102.9.